Hey y'all, it's your boy Rick McLaren, as you know it. Strength, Courage, and Wisdom every Wednesday at 9 a.m. now. That's a new time. Every Wednesday at 9 a.m. we are producing this show. We are on Facebook Live. We are on Mix Station Radio, Mix Station Live app, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts, all under Mix Station Radio. Listen, guys, before we're just Facebook Live, but you heard all the other stations that we're on. We need you all to tune in. Thank you.
Good morning, good morning, good morning all. Good morning all. How you doing? How you doing? It's your boy, Rick McLaren live on Wednesday. I'm trying to add some folks. I'm asking some folks to join. So I'm looking forward to everybody coming on board. I'm trying to get out of this system right here. Let me get out of this right quick. Come on, get out of here, Ricky. Come on, Ricky, get out of this right quick. All right. Good morning all. How you doing? Wilbur, no video. Yo, so listen, guys. Yeah, I'm on. Listen, Strength, Courage, and Wisdom every Wednesday at 10 o'clock. Thank God we are here today on this Wednesday. Man, oh man, a lot has transpired in the last week, man, and I am excited and overjoyed about a lot of things that's going on today. It is a blessing. But please, listen, guys, I'm asking, and I'm going to ask again, the last 15 minutes of the show, I need inclusion from my listeners. I need you to call into 855-493-6499. Write that number down, 855-493-6499. Today's subject is going to be powerful. I'm hoping that you all just chime in and give me your views, because the new year is upon us and it's time for change. It's time for something new. So as you guys know, I always start off with my sponsors, because if it wasn't for my sponsors, I wouldn't be able to do this live every week. My sponsors are Au Pair Law. My man Clay Au Pair, he's a lawyer out in Townsend. All the information will be after the show, be posted for all my folks, all my sponsors. MGM Haberdashery, Marcus McAllister. Anything you need, haberdashery-wise, hats, accessories, suits, all custom stuff. If you need any of that stuff, he can do it for you. Cash and Apparel. My man John Cash, he's got that real comfortable gear, the sweatshirts, the jackets, the goose downs, all that kind of stuff. Cigar Diva, she's a cigar extraordinaire. She'll travel to you. She'll set up in your backyard, in your basement. She'll do all that for you. Sterling Associates. He is my man. He's a home improvement guy. He do anything in the home, he'll fix it up for you, get it right for you. Prominent Home Inspection. Wow, that's my man Chris Colbert, and also Prominent. Oh wow, not sanitation, but the COVID virus cleanup stuff. I can't remember the name, but he got a new firm and it's Prominent as well. I am Empowered. That's Yana. She's a coach. She's a life coach. She's a business coach. She's a ghostwriter and all those good things. Food for thought, my man D. Hughes, Damon Hughes. Call him if you need something catered. He can help you out. Lisa's Luxury Consignment Shop. That is in the Mount Washington area. Please go and support that sister. She needs your assistance. Electric Butterfly, my girl Janet, she's into that sea moss, that black soap, that black seed oil, all that good stuff. She can give you some focus and some direction for your health and eating habits. She is phenomenal in that area. Delilah Fragrances, she's got the nice fragrances for the men and the women, and unisex fragrances as well. You want to support her. And my last but not least is Essence of Youth. Miss Mary Woods. We are trying to connect with Miss Mary Woods, and I'll call you back, Mary, sometime today. But she's got a product that's cleansing and facial, rejuvenation, blood circulation, cleaning out your pores, all that kind of good stuff. So we're excited about that new sponsorship. And also, my church, Dream Life Worship Center, is a sponsor of Strength, Courage, and Wisdom. Man, let me tell you something. I am truly blessed. And then, of course, my theme music you heard earlier is by the one and only Marcus Bevins. You want to give him a call. If you need flyers, you need songs written, you need a advertising jingle, you need a gospel record made. This guy is phenomenal, and you want to support Marcus Bevins and his family. Yes, yes, yes. Once again, this is Fifth Courage and Wisdom. Those are my sponsors. I got to get the commercials out early because it's going to be a packful show today. I am excited about it, man. I'm looking to hear some folks, man, and see what some folks are saying. I'm online. I see Q. What's up, Q? What's up, Peter? My mom is online. Martina is online, man. Thank you all for joining in. I really appreciate it. Unfortunately, I'm just joining on this live part of it on my Facebook Live, but I can see the comments now. But listen, we're asking for your comments today. We're asking for you to participate today. Once again, the number is 1-855-493-6499. I need this show to be interactive. We want participation from the listeners. We want to hear your voice. I am available. I got my first gig for 2021. I'm speaking in front of a junior high class on business and entrepreneurship, and I'm excited about that. That's going to be sometime in February. But we are available for booking. Please inbox me or just call me or email me, and I'll give you the number for that particular event, depending on what it is we're doing. I want to say congratulations to Georgia. So far, it looks like Warnock has won. It looks like Offside is going to win possibly. We're holding on by a thread, but it seems like he's going to win. But we got to commend Georgia on their efforts of getting out the vote. That was a powerful thing that Ms. Abrams has done over the years to build up this state to possibly turn completely blue. And that is a beautiful thing. And we got to applaud her, Walnut, and Offside for that. A Jewish guy, a black African-American guy, and a black woman have driven this vote to where it's at today. And Black Girls Vote, Black Vote Matters, all those guys participated, and I'm really proud of Georgia and what they're doing. We want to say happy birthday to the Capricorns. Again, it's their season. My brother's birthday is tomorrow, so I want to say happy birthday to my brother Big Mike. Happy birthday to you, Mike, man. We're praying for you, man. We hope you feel better, and hope that tomorrow is a good day for you and your birthday. My boy Eric Cheatham, E, he was my barber. Happy birthday, E. My boy Mike Hughes, Big Mike Hughes, he's a Capricorn. Lord have mercy, he's a Capricorn. Mike Hughes, my girl Erica Brown, she's a Capricorn. There's so many Capricorn. My girl Consuelo Law, I can go on and on. They're all Capricorns. I know there's more out there. I don't know them all by names, but I want to say happy birthday to the Capricorn. But listen, real quickly, before I go into my subject, I go with this little diatribe. I am very, very concerned about America. I'm very, very concerned about this divide that we currently have with Republicans and Democrats, basically whites and blacks, to be honest with you, the haves and the have-nots, the rich and the poor. It is just amazing what is coming and transpiring because of this leadership that we have with Mr. Donald Trump. It is amazing what is transpiring. What used to be a whisper now is a loud roar. What used to be stayed at home and had a conversation with your significant other or your children now is in the streets. It is powerful what is transforming in America, and we need to watch ourselves closely. I see some things happening that I do not believe. The thing that happened in Pennsylvania is amazing. I cannot believe what they tried to do in Pennsylvania. Yet and still, listen, they're on the same ticket, the same voting machines, but their votes came out right, but then the Democrat votes was manipulated. It just don't make sense, man. These people are just crazy. But this shows that American people are gullible. We were subjected to people being able to speak and then speak something into you that raises a fire in you or something that's already been hidden in you, like racism, like things of that nature that you've been hiding and come forth, and then you follow them like a cult leader. It's just a shame, and I have to say that it's sad to see happening in America. I hope that we can fix this tide the way it's running. I'm very concerned, but we're going to watch it, and hopefully we're going to be on this steadily, and we got to get this new president in and hope and pray that he has the capabilities to transform and reform and get us back on the straight and narrow. And that's my hope and prayer, and I'm hoping that Ossoff wins. But the only thing I'm really concerned about, and I'm going to share this right quick, one thing about the difference between Republicans and Democrats, you see how the Republicans, they did everything Trump wanted to do. They had some trepidation, but for the most part, they did almost 99% of what he did. The problem with Democrats, they argue so much in themselves. They did it with Obama, they did it with all the other past Democrats. So they're not going to 100% do nothing or 99% do anything. You know what I mean? They're going to fight and kick and scream. They're not like Republicans. They're dedicated. They're going to focus. He's our leader. We're going to follow him. And he's going down the right path. Now, you know Joe Biden's going to probably go down the right path, but yet and still there's going to be some Democrats, a lot of Democrats probably against him or are fighting against him because they want to run for president or whatever the case may be. It's just a shame what's going on. And I'm hoping and praying, I'm sending a message to Democrats. We got a chance to change things and get things back in the ties. This is a shame that when Democrats get back in office, we always got to fix everything before we can really move forward. When Obama came to president, he had to fix the greatest depression ever. He had a lot of other issues going on with the banking industry, the auto industry, war, everything. He had to fix all that before he could really get us to moving forward. So we had 8 years to do it. So the first 4 years was fixing, the next 4 years was moving us forward. Now we have a president come in for 4 years. He's tore things back down. Greatest depression, pandemic, economic, racial uprise, all this, and here comes Joe Biden. He's got to fix this before he can actually move America forward. And it's a shame that we always got to be the party that fixes. But I need us to be the party that sticks together this time. Be a little bit more ruthless and selfish like the Republicans have been. They have demonstrated that they are bad. They have demonstrated that they don't care about what other people think and whether people, the poor, the disenfranchised, the minority, they don't care. And we got to have a heart as a unified unit. Well, you can't be disenfranchised within our own party. We got to come together as one. Because there's no sense of having a majority if the majority doesn't act like the majority. That's all I got to say about today's politics. Thanks here. Hey, Will Dawson, how are you, man? Louis Armstrong, how are you, man? Hey, Emmanuel Hunt, how are you? How's you Miss Judy and yourself doing up there in Delaware? Hey, Laverne, how are you, man? So that's my diatribe on politics. You know, I'm really concerned about some things that are going on. But listen, last week I talked about resolutions, goals, endeavors, aspirations for 2021, and some of the things that we had to do to get ourselves ready and prepared, and how we should prepare it, writing it down, make the vision plain so everybody can see it and you can see it and you sign off on it. So, and you put it in plain sight and you sign off on it. See, when I make my New Year's resolutions, I print it out, I have my signature, I sign off on it, I tell one person to hold me a little bit accountable, maybe two people hold me a little accountable, but more importantly, I put it around me so I can see what is going on my daily basis towards my goals. So, as you guys know, this show is predominantly, I hate to say it, for me, it helps me keep focused and keeps me in some kind of place of goodness and wholeness and gets me back on some kind of track. So I was this week I have a good friend of mine, and I'm thinking she might be on the show, she might not be on the show, but Miss Tanya is a good friend of mine, and we were on the phone talking, and we were having a good conversation, and every week we have this question for each other, and sorry about that, she posed a question to me, and I thought it was really interesting, the question. And the question was, hey, Rick, what is your purpose? Now, that is a loaded question for me. So I took a minute, sat back, and thought about it, because I addressed this subject maybe a year or so ago, but she asked me that question, what is your purpose in life? Wow. And I said, wow, that would be a good subject. Now, based on the fact that we're setting goals, we're getting ready for 2021, it's time for us to step up and get ready. But if everything is really in line, your goals must be in line with your purpose. And your purpose must be in line with your goals. Woo! That was powerful. Your purpose must be in line with your goals, and your goals must be in line with your purpose. So what is your purpose? So I have a scripture for you. You guys know I always start with a scripture. I have a fundamental foundation. The foundation and fundamental guidance is the Bible. So the Bible is in Romans 8:25. And we know that those who love God always work together for the good, for those who are called accordingly to his purpose. See, he had a mission, and we're all called to a purpose. And it's necessary that we work together with our good. So So hypothetically, so my goals must be connected to my purpose, and then my purpose must be connected to my actions, and therefore there'll be an outcome working together for my good. It's automatic, but you must have a plan. And I mean, that's what we talked about last week. The other one I have, and I have two scriptures today, is Habakkuk 2 and 3. Habakkuk 2 and 3. For still the vision awaits its appointed time. It hastens to the end. It will not lie. It seems slow. Wait for it. Woo! Wait for it. It will surely come. It will not delay. So, over our lifetimes, when we're working on trying to figure out who we are, who we're going to be, what we're going to become, we get frustrated. We get tired. We don't know what our purpose is. We tried this, we tried that. And what the Bible says is hasten not. Don't worry, delay. You're here for a purpose. Your purpose will be revealed to you. Woo! It will be revealed to you sooner or later. Once again, some people, as soon as they're born, they know what their purpose is. They know what their God's gift is, and they start acting in that gift almost immediately. But most of us, it takes time. Because we try different things and see what we're passionate about, what can make us move forward, what can we be good at, what we can do well. So as my talk says, once again, I want you guys to start writing down questions or got comments or got a story to tell. 1-855-493-6499. It is very powerful to know your purpose and make sure your purpose is going towards your goals. It's powerful to know your goals and make sure your purpose is included in your goals. It is so powerful. So we want to make sure that we understand this. So there's two great days in life, right? There's two times in life that I think that you are very profound in one's life. And one would say is when you born and when you die. I would say the most powerful days in your life is when you are born and the day that you discover your purpose. The day that you figure out what you are passionate about. The day you figure out what your gift is. The day you figure out that I am going to work in this vein because I've been ordained or I've been asked or I've been requested to perform these duties. This question to me was an open-ended question when she asked the question, but I had to narrow it down because we try to keep our conversations just short and sweet into specific areas. And I share with her, my passion is to share. My passion is to help others grow. My passion is to inform. My passion is to enhance. My passion is to help folks and myself get to another level, an elevation. That is my desire, and I think that's what my purpose was here on earth to do, one of my purposes, and we're going to talk about that as well, and that's very powerful. It's very powerful. So I think once you find out, because a lot of people find out that what their passion or their love is doesn't become their purpose. And I share with them that you gotta have to go through different iterations of passion and love and understand really is it a passion or love. And we're gonna talk a little bit about that as well. So I say, how do we find our purpose or our passion? So what we gotta do is explore the things that come easy to us, right? So ever since I've been a little kid, man, I've been outgoing, I've been talkative, I've been energetic, I've been athletic, I've been personable, I've been an extrovert all my life for the most part. So these things right here now start narrowing down where I'm going. So my folks, which were smart folks, my mom and dad, Sylvester and Billy McLaren, they said, well, this kid, Rick, we're going to use Rick McLaren, Rick now, he's a little bit more open than maybe Mike was. Mike was a very introvert kid. So what we're going to do with Rick, we're going to expose him to sports. We're going to expose him to other activities that are group activities, things to get them involved with Boy Scouts, the Cub Scouts and the Boy Scouts, and things of that nature, and see how he does in those environments. And what happened was automatically, almost automatically, I became the leader. I became the captain of those teams. I've been the leader of the Cub Scouts. I've been a Boy Scout. I've been all those things they put me in when I was a kid. I became the head for the most part, or underneath the head as a deputy or something of that nature. It was almost astonishing. So they kind of knew that Rick is going to be a leader going forward. Now, where he's going to lead in, we don't know. Now, my brother Mike was a little bit different. He was an introvert. He wasn't very open. So they said, we don't expose him to everything. We're going to expose him to little groups and see how he does with one or two friends. And guess what? That is what he did. He grew within the little groups, and he took him a while before he like became real friendly with people. He took a little longer. Take me 1 minute. It'll take him 3 weeks before he says, this guy is my friend. So they try to understand and nurture us so we can find out what our passions are, what our loves are, but we try to figure out what comes easy. So what came easy to me was to talk. What came easy to me is to befriend people quickly and assess them real quickly. What came easy to me is to lead. What came easy to me was to do what I'm doing now. It's trying to inspire, try to encourage, try to motivate, try to develop, trying to grow. I've been like this since I was a kid. I'm 60 years old now. Ain't nothing changed. You go back to my elementary basketball team. I was a captain of that team, and they said this guy just took charge. I was like a coach on the court. This is what I did all my life, and it's transcend to today. Hey, Karen, how are you? Hey, Marcus, what's going on, man? Marcus, man, from Mix Station Radio on the show as well. So we got to explore the things that we love to do and what comes easy to us so we can find our purpose. Because our purpose has got to be directly related to our goals as we move forward 2021 and beyond. I think a lot of times our goals are not relative to what we love and what we like to do and what our passions are. And that's why that question was so relevant when she asked me that question. I got to thank Miss Tanya for that. That was a good question. And we stayed on the phone for a long time talking about that because I think a lot of people don't know their purpose, their passions, or their loves. So I'm trying to help you find that if you can, but go in the direction. So you ask yourself, what do you love to do? What comes easy? Do you sew? Are you creative? Can you paint? Can you play an instrument? Can you start with a little note and then maybe grow? Because what I think I've learned is that, once again, a great basketball player does not become great overnight. What a great basketball player does is say, I have some beginning skills, but I must practice to become better. So even if you're a great a genius pianist, he still has to practice to become better and maintain his greatness or his talent or his gift. So if I am a speaker, I can't just speak once a year. I must speak once a month, once a quarter, keep my game up, keep my talent, keep my gift relevant. Wow. So you ask yourself, what do you like to do? What comes easy? What is simple for you? And you'll start fine-tuning. Once again, it won't happen overnight. You start fine-tuning where you're supposed to be in this purposeful life you're driving. So let me tell you something too, right quick, not off the beat, but this book right here, man, I never read this book, and so I started reading this today, and my mom's gonna be mad at me because I took this from my dad's library. And it's The Purposeful Driven Life, man. And I'm telling you this, I was just saying, pandemic's got me reading again, man. This is what I'm saying. There's some good things coming out of pandemic, got me reading again, but this book is a great book. Just want to let you know, guys, if you haven't got it, get it again. That's a good book. Number 2, you got to get more action in your life, man. I'm just determined. See, what we tend to do, we tend to recognize we got something, but we sit on it. We recognize that we have a talent or a gift that God has gave us, and we don't act on it. We don't move. We just sit there like, I'm gonna wait to God. No, God requires action. Your gift requires action. Your talent requires action. You must move in what comes easy to you. You must move in what you like. You must move. If you like to cook, that means you must start cooking different recipes and looking at shows and start sampling and trying those recipes out in your own kitchen and adding your own stuff to it. You got to do something. You can't sit on this, man. Sooner or later, your gift will wane unless you do an action, unless you practice, unless you get busy. This is one reason why I'm on this show every Wednesday for the most part for the last 4 years. I must practice. I must keep myself up, must keep relevant, must keep available. You gotta do it. Get more action in your life. See, passion plus daily action woo, will equal a purposeful life. So you find your passion, you start working in that passion on a daily basis, a weekly basis, whatever you need necessary, it will equal the purpose in your life. I am telling you this, I'm a true believer in this. Those things will work in your action. See, without action, there are no results, whether they're good or bad. See, a lot of people think they're talented in something, like you might think you're a talented school teacher. You can teach kids. But when you get in that classroom, the environment is so hectic and crazy, and you go crazy because you tried it, but it didn't work. So it's really not your passion, but you thought you did. That's okay. Now you go to the next thing you think you like to do. Hypothetically, let's say you like to sew. And you get on that sewing machine, you practice, and it turns out to be good. Once again, you got to keep trying. That's what actions does. You're trying to figure out what your purpose is in life. What has God put you on this earth and ordained you to do moving forward in your life? Okay, now this is number 3. And this is powerful, man. This is one I had to learn about. See, we have a GPS signal in our souls, in our heart. It's our heart. It's a GPS signal. It really is telling us where we got to go, but we don't listen to the GPS. See, once you find that passion and you find it in your heart, and you set that GPS that, hey, I want to be a national motivational speaker. And you set the direction in your heart and you start here and you're going to a destination, it will lead you where you have to go to be successful. The problem we have, we don't listen to our heart. We say, oh, woe is me. Oh, no, I can't do this. It's too much. Oh, I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm fearful, whatever the case is. But listen, if it's your passion, if it's God's will, and you listen to your heart and you set that destination, I promise you, you'll reach your destination. You'll get there. It might not be the straight road that you thought it was going to be. I take the example of Steve Harvey. He knew he wanted to be a comedian. He knew he wanted to make people laugh. The man thought it was going to be a highway to get where he got to today. But guess what? He went to little holes in the wall. He slept in his car. He was homeless. He didn't think that was the road that was going to take him to success of being a comedian. But yet and still, it was in his heart. The passion was there. He didn't quit. He kept going. He kept moving, and he went a lot astray. He fell out, didn't do comedy for a while, got back in it. Then he slept in his car. Then he went to little holes in the wall. And guess what now? He doesn't do a show less than $1 million today. The man followed his passion, followed his heart. The GPS sent him the way he had to go. And sometimes you don't like the way you travel, but if you travel that way, it will make you a better person. You'll be better at your purpose. So what he was going through, and I use that as an example because it's a good example, was honing his craft all the way. Honing his skill all the way. God gave him that skill, and he recognized it, and he put it in his heart and said, Lord, I want to go. And he said, okay, follow the heart. That is your GPS. Follow your heart, guys. I'm telling you that now. Okay. Number 4, create a life purpose statement in your life, man, because this is all going to lead to your goals in 2021 and beyond, man. This is all about getting new, getting fresh, and getting into your groove, getting into that zone, getting that place you need to be. Create a statement, man. Whoo, like a mission statement, just a saying that everybody knows when you come around, this is what you're going to say, or this is what you're going to be about, or this is what you're going to do, and this is what Rick is about. So one of my statements, I want to inspire and empower people to live their highest version of themselves in the content of love, passion, and joy. That's my statement. That's my purpose, my life purpose statement. And I try to work within that, guys, almost every day in some shape, form, or fashion. Y'all ain't hearing me, man. Y'all gotta get real about this, man. Because in order for your goals to be reached in 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 2021 and beyond, you gotta connect your goals, your aspirations, your ideas with a purpose. And with your purpose, your purpose is your gift, your love, and your passion. If you do that, guys, I'm telling you, things are going to come to fruition. So you must make you a mission statement for your purpose. You must make you a purpose statement. See, she sparked this in me because I was sitting there like, oh, she kind of stumbled me. I was like, oh, she's trying to stumble me. But I had to go back. And that's why this show is so good to me, man, because it makes me think, it gets me relevant, it gets me back on some kind of instinct, get me back somewhere. You know what I mean? And it does. Yo, thank you, Fatima. How are you, Karen? Hey, how you doing, man? Daily affirmations, Karen. You are so right. And thank you, Fatima. We all need this. I need a pep talk almost every day, guys. I'm telling you, I'm the baddest dude in the world. I motivate, I talk, I'm excited, I'm always smiling, all that. But still, myself, every morning I get a pep talk from God. I say, thank you, God, waking me up this morning, starting me on my way. And He said, son, go do what you do. And this is what I do. So, and I've been doing it forever. Because I'm working in my purpose. I'm working in what He gave me as a gift. We gotta find and recognize as our gifts. Okay, so we gotta write down a statement, a mission statement, a purpose statement. Like I said, my purpose statement was inspire and empower people to live in their highest version of themselves in the content of love, passion, and joy. Woo! If that ain't me, I don't know what it is. I want people to be the best businessmen they can be within their passion. I want people to be the best person they can be within their relationship. I want them to be the best person they can be in their marriage. If I gotta help you out, I will. I want everybody to be the best version of them in every aspect of their lives. And that's where I've always been. So, okay, now, number 5, decide where you want to go. Woo! A clear vision is clear. But if it's foggy, you got distractions, you got clutter, you can't see where you want to go. I got a long-term plan. That's what I'm saying. Last week I told you, I wrote one for 2021, 22, 23, 24, that I worked backwards. I know where I want to go long-term. I know where I want to carry this show. I know where I want to carry my businesses. I know where I want to carry me personally. I know what I want to do. You must decide quickly where you want to go, or you're going nowhere fast. So if you want to be a school teacher, what is your aspirations within being a school teacher? Do you just want to be a school teacher, or do you want to be assistant principal and then a principal one day and then hopefully run the school board? What is it? Put it at the end and work yourself backwards. Woo! People ain't getting this right here. You got to decide where you want to go in your purpose. I'm telling you. So if you're a pianist, do you want to be a soloist or do you want to be part of a band? Decide your direction now, man. Let's go. So it might be you start as a band now, but 2 years from now, I want to jump out on my own when I get my skills honed, when I get my talent down, when I play different kinds of music so I can relate to a lot of people. Whatever that plan is, write it down, stick to it. Now here's the number 6, man. I'm on fire today. Listen, call in 1-855-493-6499, man. This stuff right here is really inspiring me today because I know I needed to hear this and I need that question to be asked of me for me to bring this to you guys today. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. And this is number 6. In order to find your purpose, I need you to get rid of one word. And that's one. Because I'm a firm believer that many of us have many purposes. But because we're so singular in mind that we cannot do several things at once or different things at once, we miss our blessing and we miss our direction because we're not listening to our heart and our GPS. And you stay in this one lane so long that you forget that God has blessed you with many gifts. He blessed you with many talents. He blessed you with many opportunities, but yet and still you're running down this one road. And I'm telling you, most of our lives are highways with 5 and 6 lanes. And we must explore all those lanes in some shape, form, or fashion. So let's get rid of the one. So listen, I'm going to take me for example. I'm in the lane. I'm a CEO, one company. I'm a COO in another company. I'm a public speaker. I am a business owner. I am a sales manager. And I am actually also in sales. So I'm running down 4 different lanes, man, 5, 6 different lanes because I'm working in my passions, in my love, in my on my highway, and I'm not limited to myself to one direction. It goes to the same thing with multiple incomes. You cannot, I'm telling you this today, and this rolls right back to it, it's really relevant, is that today's world, you cannot just have one income. You got to have multiple income streams. So therefore, you must act in different purposes in your life, or different gifts, or different talents in your life, so you can draw those different incomes. Woo! Because all those right there, I just told you, those 6 things I told you, bring me different income. Because I'm working within the passion, within my love, within the areas I think God has blessed me in. Wow. 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 So listen, man, the lines are going to open up in a little bit. 5 minutes are going to open up, and I want to hear from you guys. I want you to either send me a comment, or I want you to call into the line, man. We are going to open this line up in 5 minutes, because I think this subject is a powerful subject, because this is the beginning of the year. It's time for us to make anew. You guys are going to see. I said this the other day on one of my daily things. You guys are going to see something grandiose coming in 2021 for all you guys. But you got to be ready. See, that means you got to know you. You got to know what your purpose. And I just saw somebody pop up here. Let me tell you something. This is Lisa Shannon, who just joined. She owns Lisa's Consignment Shop. I know I talk about her a lot, but I know her personally. She's a good friend of mine. That's why I can say this about her. She has her purpose in their life is to dress folks. Her purpose in life to put people in a different culture and show them different facets of them through clothing, through design, through accessories, through modeling, it's just her God's gift. And she's working in her passion. And I know her goals are aligned with her passion. Growing her business, creating a model agency, designing clothes, getting an accessory line. I know it's already in her goals, and it's aligned with what she does good, what comes easy to her. She was innately born with the gift of fashion, in the interpretation of fashion. Whether it be white folks, black folks, Spanish folks, Italian folks, I don't care what it is, she can dress you. As soon as you walk in the store, she'll tell you what looks good on you. That's a gift, and she's working in a gift. So what she had to do, she said, I had to get around it all the time, so she went and got a store. You see what I'm saying? I'm practicing all the time with the mannequins, Rick. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Come on, man. Find your gift. Work it. So we're going to highlight, I'm going to tell you right now. So we talked about this now. We're going to talk about it again. Find what comes easy to you, number 1, and work in that. Number 2, you got to work at it. You got to practice action, action, action. Stop being stagnant. Stop talking about it and be about it. Be like Famous Amos, just do it. And I say passion plus daily activity or action towards your passion will equal purposeful life. How many of y'all working in your purpose? How many of y'all at a dead-end job and you're like, wait, what am I doing? How many of y'all don't want to go to work every day? How many of y'all don't want to sit in front of the computer and do the telemarketing or whatever you're doing for your job, because you're not working within your purpose? The minute you start working your purpose, I am going to tell you something. Even if your bank account doesn't reflect the purpose, your life will reflect the purpose. Your heart, your health, everything will start opening up within your purpose. Number 3, you got a built-in GPS, and that's your heart. And your heart is telling you what your talents are, what your purpose are, and you gotta set, I am here today, and this is where I want to go in your heart, and follow that GPS to the end. Don't deviate, don't quit, don't stop. Even if you go down the road, you're like, no, where I'm going, I'm scared. Go down the road. You go, make a right on Right Street and make a left, and then you be back on track. Because it was needed for you to grow, to understand, to get better at what you're doing. So hypothetically, if you're a musician and all of a sudden you're playing all these dives across the country, you're like, Lord, what am I doing? I'm playing these little dives, only 10 people showing up. Believe me, it is a test for your testimony. Go through those times. You'll be in a big concert venue soon. Trust that. Believe your heart. Follow it. Number 4, make a purpose statement, a mission statement for your purpose. A mission statement for your purpose. You love that here. Decide where you want to go now. So once again, if you happen to be, like I said, I use example school teacher. If you're a teacher now, say you want to be a principal or a school board member, whatever the case is, 4 years, 5 years from now, decide where you want to go. Put the destination right now. Right now, I'm here, Lord. I'm on Teacher Street, and I want to be on Board of Directors Street in 4 years from now. And the GPS will direct you right where you want to go. And number 5, of course, don't limit yourself to just one thing, guys. Lord have mercy. I can't even tell you more about that one. That one there is where I think we all narrow ourselves. We all shrink ourselves. You think Mixed Station Radio is live now because they just limit themselves to one venue or one guy or one type of talent or one type of show? No. They have to be diversified. They got to open the windows up. White, black, I don't care what you want to talk about. Come on, let's go. They can't limit themselves. They can't restrain themselves. That's what I'm saying, guys. You think Mixed Station Radio is just strictly all about Mixed Station Radio, meaning just radio? These boys want TV stations. These kids want big stuff, man. They got big dreams. This is only the beginning. And that's what we got to look at, man. We got to find our purpose. They found their purpose at Mixed Station Radio, man. They know what they're doing. They're on their way. And we're going to declare that and decree that right now. They're on their way. So that is what I'm talking about, guys. We got to start looking at things like that. So once again, I felt it was key because at the beginning of the year, we talked about goals and aspirations and New Year's resolutions last week. But I was like, man, when she asked me, when T asked me that question, I was like, yo, dang, if it's not in line with your purpose, man, we all just, they say pissing in the wind, we just piss in the wind, man. I'm just going to be honest with you. You got to be in line with your purpose and your goals. They got to be in line. They got to have some connectivity. They got to have some glue. They got to have some dots connected to them. Even if the dots can be spread out a little bit, but they got to have some connection with your purpose in life. What is your purpose? Hey, listen, I'm taking questions now, man. I am comments, questions, whatever you guys want to do, man, because man, I'm sweating right now. I got to turn my fan on, but I am so excited about this subject here. And then, like, again, I'm going to tell you something. Now, I never read this book. Now, my dad told me to read it a long time ago, but I wasn't in the reading mode. But pandemic got me reading again. And I thank God for the pandemic on this side here, not some other stuff. But the Purpose-Driven Life, man, by Rick Warren, man. I just read the first chapter right now. I'm going to tell you something. This book, I can tell you right now, it's going to transform my life. I'm getting ready to take things to a whole nother level. Trust and believe that. You know what I mean? So, and I'm going to take this nothing too. Woo! I can tell already this book is going to be good because he puts a time limit on it. He says, I want you to take 40 days. Woo! 40 days to finish this book. I want you to take it, eat it, nurture it, chew on it, devour it in 40 days. Man, if that ain't powerful, I don't know what to say right there, man. Yeah, yes, Lord. So listen, Karen says she read it twice. Powerful, Karen, powerful, powerful, powerful. So listen, guys, any questions? 1-855-493-6499. Any comments? I need participation from my listeners, man. Comment, I can read your comment. Talk to me. I need to hear from you because this show is nothing without you guys, man. This show is just nothing. You know, I have sponsors. I love my sponsors. They do a good job. But my sponsors want to hear from you as well, man. And matter of fact, I'm telling you now, for 2021, every month on one of my shows, I'm going to have my sponsors come on for 15 minutes to tell you what they do, how to reach them, and all that kind of good stuff, because that is part of our sponsorship package. So this year, 2021. So we're going to have that so you guys can get to know these folks, and hopefully you guys can utilize some of their services. Hope you don't have no legal services, but we all need legal services. Clay would love to see you guys and come through. But listen, this is what I'm talking about, man. I love, hey, Lawrence, how are you? Hey, Lisa, how are you? Hey, Maria Farmasano, how are you, man? This is amazing. Like this young lady, Maria Farmasano, we went to high school together. Her family and our family were tied to the hips. Just good people, man. And still from this day, that's why I love my life, man. We're still friends. You know what I mean? Like, yo, really, I haven't seen her in 20, 30, wow, 40 years, 45, 42 years probably. And yet, still, whenever I see the name, I recognize the name because her and her family are really a good people, man. And that's a blessing. I'm just blessed to have such a show where I can entertain and see folks say, hey, Jacqueline Lang, how are you, Jack? How are you? Paris, how are you? How's everybody? My mom is always on the line, man. I'm going to tell you something. If your mom ain't your number one cheerleader, you got a problem. If your parents are not a number one cheerleader, you got a problem. My mom has always been my number one cheerleader. And that's probably why mostly I'm blessed because I know she prayed for me. And she still does today, man. So listen, we'll ask you to call in 855-493-6499. Lisa, pick up the phone. You need to call in. You got something to say. I know you do. I know you do. I know you do. So once again, guys, I say this, that usually when I talk about something, it's something I'm going through. It's something that I've been brought to my attention. And I thank my friend Tanya for bringing this to my attention. Being purposeful in life and what is my purpose in life. I think in some degrees I'm working in that. I think I still have room to grow. I think I still have room to still venture out and find some other passions and loves. I think that this is why parenting is big. Parenting is big because they're the first one who sees what you might be good at or what you might have a love for. Like a parent sees a 2-year-old girl, a child, pick up a pen and start just doodling. If the parent is in sync, she would say to herself, wow. And then the doodling turns out to be a little something. It ain't what, Picasso. It's something, well, let me put her in art class. Let me see if that's something that might work. Or a parent sees you humming all the time and you're humming in the right note and you're singing a song and they're like, whoa, maybe she can sing. Let me put her in the choir, the youth choir. Let me get her some singing lessons. See, they're the first person to introduce you to your passions and your loves. And they give you the opportunity to experiment. And even at 60 years old today, I still experiment in my passions and love. That's why I say there's not one thing that God is giving you a gift or a talent. There's no age limit on this thing. There's no timetable on this thing. When you discover it and you roll with it, you roll with it. Like, for instance, I'm going to tell you straight. You guys know I've been writing a book. And it's taken me forever to do it. But I set a destination in my heart. My heart is telling me, Lord, Rick, it's going to take a little time because you're not a big writer and you want this book to be real, inspirational. You want it to be meaningful and you want to be tactful and intentional in what you're doing. It's going to take some time. And I've been frustrated with it because I've been on and off with it. But I know it's a purpose. I know it's a passion I want to do. I know it's going to, end of the day, it's going to yield me what I want. And yes, yield does not always mean financial. Woo. Sometimes it's the healing of the heart. Sometimes it's the blessing. Sometimes it's the mercy. Sometimes it's just what it is. God is good, man, all the time, and all the time is God is good, man. But listen, I want to see nobody saying nothing. Let me see what I got here, comment-wise. Great listening. Okay. Hey, Dakar, it's my cousin Dakar. Joanne's on the line. Hey, Joanne. Hey, Miss Berry. How are you, Miss Berry, man? Good woman. Hey, Dawn. What's up, Dawn? I can't wait for your class, man. I can't wait, man. I'm going to be in her class talking with them. That's going to be a good thing, man. But good morning to everybody, man. I'm hoping you guys play this back. This show, I'm telling you, had a bunch of nuggets in it. And all I ask, and I said this before, I used to start my show with this, and my mother knows because she's been in the beginning. I always put this disclaimer: I'm not a pastor, I'm not a preacher, I'm not a teacher, I'm not a professor. But what I am is a black man, and what I am is an older black man. I've been through a lot, and I've seen a lot, business-wise, personally, and everything else. And what I'm saying to you, sometimes it might be redundant. You might have heard it 1,000 times. And all I ask, and all I seek to see, is one person grab a nugget, and one person to go right when they would have went left. One person to see the good versus the bad. One person to be blessed and know they're blessed. That's all I ask for. I know this information you've heard before, you've dissected before, but hopefully the way that I transform, tell it, the way I talk about it, the way I deliver it will resonate in you. That's all I ask. And I know that there's some nuggets there because there's some nuggets there for me. And I'm hoping there's some nuggets for you. Oh, okay. So yeah, yeah. See, her house is doing good. Congratulations, my boy Greg Jefferson's sister, man. She's on the line, and that's a blessing, man. So that's my goal: is to touch one person every show, to hopefully the one person who was going to make a bad decision makes a better decision, because nothing's a bad decision, but a better decision. A person that was going to make a left and then say, you know what, I'm going to make this right because I'm so used to making this left. Let me make it right and see what's down this road. I'm hoping that one person sets time to set their GPS, their inside GPS, where they say, Lord, I want to go here, and here's where I'm starting from, and this is where I'm going, and they follow their heart, no matter the weather, no matter the conditions, no matter the environment, no matter the crooked roads, no matter down the dead-end streets, they still stay on course because they know the GPS is going to say, hey, back up, then take a left, make a U-turn, let's go, keep it moving, action, action, action. Everything in life is for a reason. We go through things for a reason. It's about growth. It's about understanding. It's about finding your purpose, your talent, your gift. And God gave all of us a many gifts. Now, the question is when we recognize those gifts and those talents and when we practice to become better at those talents and gifts. I have a friend on my phone, on my call, now, Lawrence Cotton. His whole family could sing. His brother Hopi, himself, his son, even his wife, his ex-wife, and his family could sing. Know why they could sing? Because they realized early, Florence and Mr. Khan, that their kids had a talent. So they always had instruments in the house. They said, yo, we're gonna see where this goes. You know what I mean? So as parents, and I'm telling these parents and grandparents, when you see something in your kid, please nurture it, man. Get the violin, get them a cello, get them a clarinet, get them a saxophone, get them a trumpet, get them a piano, get them a keyboard. If they fail, they fail. But at least you try to see if this was the gift that God gave them, if this was their talent, or this was their purpose in life. If they're a good orator, let them start speaking early. If they're a leader, start letting them lead the walk-in daycare center, or whatever the case may be, so they can start honing in on their skills and practicing their skills. It is so important at an early age to start developing that instead of waiting until you're old like me to find your purpose in life. You know what I mean? But I found mine kind of early. I've been doing mine for a long time, and I love what I do. So, hey, Joy, I am so sorry, Joy. Listen, my girl Joy out of Rochester, New York, man, her mom passed away this week, and I forgot Joy. I'm so sorry. Thank you for joining on, Joy. And her father, the right Reverend, man, Claiborne, man, the right Reverend, spoke with him on the phone in Joy, man. I gave them condolences, man, because her mom was a sweetheart, and we miss her, we miss her, we miss her, and I know you miss her tremendously. I know you do, Joy, and we're praying for you, Joy, and your sincere condolences. Um, oh, 2 years. Okay. Oh, doctrine. Okay. Thank you for that, dear. Hey, Maria. Maria Farmer says a paintbrush and a pen and a pad. I know that's right. Thank you so much. Who is else that? Perhaps. Hey, Joy. Good seeing you, babe. And that's about it, guys. So, hey, Dawn. All I ask, man, listen, just share this with somebody because I think somebody needs to hear this. It's early. And you guys know statistics, only like 2%, 1% of Americans follow their resolutions and goals. And I think the one reason why is that it's not connected to their purpose. It's not connected to anything. It's just a goal. It's just an aspiration. It's just a dream. It's just a New Year's resolution. But I believe if we start connecting with our New Year's resolutions and our goals and our aspirations with our purpose, and then connecting our purpose with our goals, that we won't quit after 30 days. Like the one, we won't quit. 99%, 98% of Americans quit their goals within the first 30 days. That, their aspirations, their New Year resolutions, because they're not connected to nothing. If you're connected to your purpose, why would you stop? If you're honing your directions and your GPS, it's not going to stop. It's going to continue to give you directions. It's going to continue to tell you where to go and how to go about it. The problem is you don't like the way it's taking you. And I'm telling you, if you stick to it, And I always use that parable, man. I'm going to use it again. Steve Harvey, man. You got to listen to the story. You know the story. Everybody knows it, man. The man was living in his car. The man was going from joke house to joke house, comedian house to comedy house to comedy house, across the dives, playing in front of 5 people, 50 people, 40 people, 100 people, until the one day, woo, the phone rang. See, but he had to go through that. He had to go through that 9-10 year span of doing what he was passionate about. He didn't stop telling jokes. He didn't quit because he was dire straight. He still got about that car in the morning, went to a local wash machine, washed his arm, a gas station or something, washed himself, put a suit on, and went up there and told his jokes until it was time to be blessed, because he had his destination set in his heart where he wanted to be, and he knew he was a good comedian because that was a gift that God gave him. What is your gift? What is your purpose in life? Is it aligned with your goals? Are your goals aligned with your purpose? Because if they are, you won't quit. You'll achieve everything you need and everything you want. God bless you all, man. I think I'm about done, man. I'm about done. I didn't get any more questions. I didn't get any calls today. I want everybody to think about that, man. And Fatima, thank you, dear. My man Dennis and Fatima, love you, man. Family always. Please share this with somebody, man. I think somebody needs to hear this today for some reason. I don't know why it's on my heart to say that. Please share this to somebody, send it to somebody. And I hope and pray they play this entire video, because this video is important. I do believe that. And I'm going to share it with a lot of folks too that need to hear it, because I know they're out of the line. They're out of sync. They're wondering why they're not being successful. They're wondering why they're not completing. They're wondering why they're quitting and giving up. And we got to help them along. You know what I mean? And I've been down this road many times, man. I've messed up. I've done a lot of nonsense, craziness, and it always hasn't worked out perfectly. And I say today, it still hasn't worked out perfect. But yet, and still, I ain't quitting, man. I ain't stopping. I know what my destination is. I've figured it out. I just got to keep on working, man. Keep on going, man. So what? I wanted my audience to be on this show a lot greater than what it is today, but I still believe, so I still make the financial investment, because I know God has hit me for a purpose. He knows what my rationale is for this. He knows what my purpose in this. He knows what my consciousness is about it. So we're gonna say, man, God bless you all. I love you, man. I thank you so much for this show, man. I thank you for everything. Thank you, T, for the subject matter. I really appreciate that. That was good. And I'm hoping somebody got something out of this. And I want you guys all to play this again, and again, and send it to your friend. Your friend will be surprised when you bless them with something like this, because they will listen. And if they listen for more than 15 minutes, they will get something out of it. I know they will, because there was some nuggets dropped today that will be a blessing to many. God bless you all, man. Thank you so much. Love you. Lisa says, he said, you're on fire. I couldn't have said it any better. I know that's right, Lisa. You jumped online just in time, man. You came because you're a perfect example of what I'm talking about, working in your passion. You love this. There's many a day you haven't made $1. Most people would quit, but you haven't gave up. I've talked to you on the phone and you're like, Rick, I don't know, but you haven't gave up, because you know this is you. This is what you were brought here to do. And you're going to do it until God tells you not to do it anymore. Love you. Love you all. God bless you all, man. Take care. Peace. Bye. Strength, Courage, and Wisdom every Wednesday at 10 o'clock. Be there. Woo!
Strength, courage, and wisdom with Rich McClure. Strength, courage, and wisdom.
Hey, y'all. It's your boy, Rick McClaren, as you know it. Strength, Courage, and Wisdom every Wednesday at 9 a.m. now. That's a new time. Every Wednesday at 9 a.m. we are producing this show. We are on Facebook Live. We are on Mix Station Radio, Mix Station Live app, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts, all under Mix Station Radio. Listen, guys, before we're just Facebook Live, but you heard all the other stations that we're on. We need you all to tune in. Thank you.